What are some good examples of subtle FU gifts? Giving a young child, not your own, a noisy toy starts out looking as benign as anything else in the box, and all heck breaks loose when they stick batteries in and then their kid loves it so they can't just chuck it out. I gave my niece a band in a box and then laughed in my brother's face. I've always hated when people give me Christmas ornaments for Christmas. Great, we're at the furthest possible point in time from when I'll be able to use this. Yeah, frick that. Now I have to wait 6 months till half Christmas to even use this. An old boss of mine was extremely superficial and materialistic, and used to complain about any gift she ever got. One year a co-worker and I donated a goat in her name to her family in Africa. Good luck complaining about that without looking like an butthole. World Vision does this. For the past few years this is what we got my grandpa for birthdays and Christmas: a goat, chickens, fresh water, etc. It actually would make him cry. He never wanted anything for himself. He was the best. My dad says he donates money to a hospital every year on my birthday in my name. He never tells me how much, and he never tells me the hospital info. That's my gift. My old boss used to do this. Instead of giving gifts this year, we're going to donate the sum in charity. Yeah, sure. I bet the charity involves your luxury yacht. I enjoy giving people's kids really noisy instruments. I once found a really annoying kid's radio which didn't have an on-off switch. It would just keep playing music and making random noises. Now that I'm in less of a bad mood than when I posted a few hours ago, one from my childhood that is less than subtle, but still pretty fun. My grandmother and my stepfather hated each other. Hated. For years. It was a one-up contest to give each other the metaphorical finger every Christmas. Grandma bought stepdad a bottle of aspirin for his Christmas morning hangover. The next year he bought her a colossal novelty pair of granny panties he found at the flea market. The next year she bought him a plush deer head for the wall since you still don't have a real one after 30 years of hunting season. And on it went. Then came the year that the biggest box in the living room was tagged for my stepfather. It was a great bigger plants box, but it was suspiciously light when he unwrapped it. Upon opening the box, it was full of foam packing peanuts. Smirking, Grandma informed him that yes, there was a present in there. He just had to find it. So he dug, and he dug, and he dug. All the way down at the very bottom of this massive plants box full of packing peanuts was a single inlined 3x5-inch index card, with a 3-inch sheet metal screw scotch taped to it. On the card, in my grandmother's lovely, flowing, school still graded you on cursive penmanship when I was a little girl handwriting, was written, "Dear stepdad's name, Merry Christmas, screw you, love, Ma." That doesn't sound like hate. I've always liked the idea of giving people scratch lottery tickets for Christmas. It says I want you to know that I have the money to spend on you, and I did spend it, but I wanted you to get nothing out of it. Give them used scratch lottery tickets. Well, it didn't seem like a nice gift, but my cousin once gave my dad this fugly stone frog for in the garden. To wit, neither of my parents is an avid gardener, or likes frogs. Our garden is probably the ugliest in the neighborhood. That frog didn't help. My dad put it in the shrub line so that sucker was staring menacingly right into the living room window. I think it had an accident not long after. As a wedding gift, my dad's friends gave him a stone frog with a hat on. They were out drunk one night and stumbled upon it. They named him Senafuente. The name has stuck. My dad still loves Senafuente. My family are good at this. When my eldest brother had his wisdom teeth out, we got him a bag of toffees. When my second brother needed surgery on his feet, we got him a football. When I broke my wrist, they bought me a ukulele. When my dad had his leg amputated, we got him an eye patch, false hook and a cuddly parrot. When my mum was diagnosed with cancer, we got her a Tina Turner wig. Frick negativity. Take your hardships and laugh at them. It really helps the fight back. My family got my grandfather a shake weight when he was diagnosed with Parkinson's. Toys gifts that are for people much younger than you. For instance, when I was about 16, my cousins once bought me a kid's toy set for 7 years. It's just a waste of money. The best Christmas I ever had was when my brother, 22, and I, 19, Bought everyone in our family Nerf guns. My family that usually barely gets along spent the week we were home together having a blast shooting the crap out of each other. It was like a foam plastic Wild West in our house. A cheap knockoff Snouglobe of their favorite movie characters that plays completely jarringly unrelated music and is obviously the first thing you spotted in the Walgreens Halloween aisle. Yes, that does show me exactly what you think of me finally finishing something I spent a year working on and stressing over. Blatantly fake purses, sunglasses, watch. Nothing says frick you quite like a pair of Folkley sunglasses to match your Onyx watch and Croach purse. When I was working flipping burgers at a small fast food franchise, the owner bought all of us crappy $5 cutting boards for Christmas, with company name printed on the middle in huge letters. I thanked her and threw the thing in trash, along with my dreams of ever landing a real job. My dad only drinks Pepsi and despises Coke. My mom did all the grocery shopping, so when they got in a fight she would swap out the usual purchase of Pepsi for Coke. It would drive him bat crap crazy. They're divorced now. A goat. Not a real one. A donation. I did this for an obnoxious elder family friend. I donated to some charity that provided a goat for an impoverished family in Africa, and provided me with a card saying thanks for the goat. I gave her the card with a smile. She read it and got the best look on her face, like she really wasn't sure if she should be insulted or not. She thanked me awkwardly and didn't say anything else, but I caught her reading the card a few times before the end of the party with that same puzzled look. I've never enjoyed giving a gift more than that one. I bet she's still wondering. My mom is really good at this. Every Christmas she gives my grandma, her mother-in-law who's a bee, a fancy tray of nuts. They vary every year, but it's always some sort of nut, as a very subtle way of saying you're nuts. When I was younger, my dad was cutting some drywall out in the bathroom with a sawzall and hit a pipe and couldn't shower at home for like a week. That Christmas I got him a plumbing 1, 2, 3 book that had the most annoying looking color scheme. A pet. People should stop giving animal lives as gifts. Pets adopted spontaneously are less abandoned than their pairs acquired as gifts. 1 month of Netflix. Fantastic gift. However, the person becomes addicted to watching as much free TV in a month as humanly possible. Slowly their life falls completely apart. As their life begins to crumble, they realize they won't even be able to afford another month of Netflix, so go into a watching overdrive. Cleanliness falls by the wayside. They don't eat, don't drink. Eventually they end up in hospital or dead. F you. My mom bought me Proactive for my birthday when I was 14. Not really an FU, but it felt like one. That's something you don't buy a kid for his birthday. Happy birthday pizza face, rub this crap on and see if it helps remove those Yucatan craters forming on your cheeks. I feel like this is a kind of gift a teenage kid could be grateful for, but only if it appears in the bathroom one day with no bravado. A shoehorn. And the second after you gave them the present go, so, where's the beer? I asked for shoehorns last Christmas. They're tough to find. I got 3. I've since lost 2. Sending someone a package to their home address that also requires a signature. I'm never home when the UPS dude shows up, and so I get 3 of those door tags and eventually have to fricking pick it up 30 minutes away at the warehouse. Bonus points if the package requires cash on delivery. A biography about a person they hate. Source: Prof who hated Regis Philbin. Prof Smil got him Regis Philbin's biography for Christmas, a dirty, used copy. Actually, she also got him half a toilet seat for him and all of his half-assed friends. I freaking hate my fiance's stepdad. Everyone freaking hates him. For Christmas, we either get him shirts that are 2 sizes too big, he's pretty fat, or incredibly cheap cookware because he thinks he's a good cook. If not those, then we get the cheapest kinda real gift we can and keep the price tag on. Lets him know he's only worth about $9.95 at Kmart. I got an iron once as a wedding gift. I returned it because I already had an iron. It was like $3. I didn't even know you could get an iron for that cheap. I don't know if this counts, but my aunt and uncle are crazy homophobes and they hate gay people. Most of their kids are better about it. One is even lesbian and married and they don't talk to her anymore. Anyway, my cousin got my aunt a peace sign bumper sticker that was rainbow colored, meaning it was a gay pride thing. Well, my aunt didn't realize, she just thought it was a rainbow colored peace sign, so she put it on her car and she kept getting glares by people at her church, and then she found out what it meant and got super P. It was so freaking funny. My fiancé mom doesn't like me. When my daughter graduated high school, her mom sent my daughter a card that said a donation has been made in your name with no description to what. I texted my fiancé mom and asked what charity it was, and she gave me some BS military charity that I'm pretty sure didn't exist. She also sent me a "you're welcome" text since I hadn't thanked her for the gift. Later, my fiancé told me that her mom wasn't going to send anything, but my fiancé said it would mean a lot to her if she would send my daughter something. I think I'd prefer for my child to not be involved and just not receive anything from someone so salty. Your fiancé's mom is including your daughter in her bitter attitude towards you and shouldn't. My mother got me a bathroom scale for Christmas the year I got depressed and put on like 15 pounds. It was fun to open in front of my family. My sister always got on my nerves, so when she had kids, it was time for revenge. Every year I buy something obnoxious for my nieces. One year it was a guitar and tambourines, then a drum set, then finger paints, ended up painting the walls. Yes, it got to the point when my sister says I need to ask her what to buy her kids. She can kick rocks. I'm still plotting on this year's gifts. They sell bags of 100 balls like you see in bull pits. Get a few of those and a kiddie pool, and the kid can have their own bull pit. Get an inflatable pool so the parent has to blow it up for extra fun. Make sure the bag the balls come in gets ripped or thrown away so they can't even clean up the mess. My grandpa-in-law's girlfriend one year got all the kids in his family a $3 gift card to Subway when they were having the promotion for $3 footlong sandwiches during Christmas. That's it. She's filthy rich too. The adults usually get something off the as seen on TV shelf at Walmart. Last year I got one of those pots that you can cook anything in the microwave like eggs. Dropped it off to Goodwill on the way home. My little sister bought my big sister a toy hamster wearing pajamas that danced and sang Jailhouse Rock as a wedding present. My little sister then left the reception to go bowling. No one liked my sister's choice of husband, but that was a real FU present. They kept it on their bookshelf for a while to pretend they didn't notice how out of order it was. Pretty fun. Once I got a $20 Banana Republic gift card. The only thing in the store that was in my price range was a belt, and I still had to pay another $10 out of pocket. There's a book called How to Not Be a Dong, an everyday etiquette guide. Been wanting to give that to one of my HS friends who grew to be a huge pretentious butthole over the years. A goldfish in a plastic bag. It may seem thoughtful or even a cool, unique present, but it's actually a hassle. It's a living thing, so they'd be a huge jerk to let it die. Now they are forced to buy a tank, food, plants, rocks, etc., and take care of it. A large framed picture that they would be obliged to display. Maybe something like those god-awful Thomas Kincaid paintings. My husband's grandmother used to get professional pictures of herself made and framed and give them to us as gifts. When she came to visit, I had to get them out of storage and place them around the house. Go to recalls governed by stuff as gifts before they get pulled from the shelf. Place recall notice in gift box with product. Guy I work with named both his ex-wives in his will. He left them nothing and stated it as such. Because they are in the will, they are notified to go to the reading thinking they may get something from him. The gift, frick you. That's the gift. I once had a co-worker that would flip out over the smallest things. She was always very worked up. Another co-worker gave her a stress ball. She loved it, but the rest of us knew what it meant. When I was a child, my family would often go to holiday outings that my grandparents held. One year we could not make it to the Easter outing due to bad weather and no gas money and a broken vehicle, which my grandparents apparently took great offense to. Later that year we made it to the Christmas get together, and while all my cousins got things such as go-karts and BB guns, my siblings and I each got a set of towels. My family for some reason cut all ties with them after that Christmas. friend keeps on giving me things that include his family. Picture digital picture frame with nothing but pictures as his wedding. Christmas ornaments with pictures of his kids. What the heck, man? Why am I going to decorate my house with pictures of your family? Worked for a women's retail clothing chain and we all worked very hard for the company, resulting in the managers receiving hefty 5-figure bonuses at Christmas. Us valuable employees got $5 gift cards for the store we worked in. A gift card to a store where you don't shop. I once got a gift card to Michael's art supply store for $15 on Christmas. I have no artistic talent. Also, socks. My roommate gave me a box of actual bullcrap one day from when Cards Against Humanity stopped selling their cards. 100% serious. I once gave my militant Berkeley environmentalist sister-in-law one share of Monsanto stock. Had she kept it, she would have made an additional $60 from when I bought it. My father-in-law is a hoarder. Not the worst, but he could be on that reality TV show about hoarders. In Idaho, we no longer give him physical gifts. He only gets gift certificates to restaurants. The most fun I ever have is with this one friend of ours. Every birthday we go to Goodwill and shop for hours looking for just the perfect gift. Usually a figurine or some god-awful art, or an appliance that hasn't been utilized since the 70s. Good fun. A very basic guide to a hobby they've had for years, especially if they pride themselves on being good at it. Example, easy meals for the guy who loves cooking and makeup basics for the woman who loves experimenting with makeup. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.